Okay, welcome back today, friends. We have, hold on just a second. I got to put a little different hat on here. All right, that's better. Today, I am, let's see if I can get a little better position here. It's kind of hot out, warm out today. It's going to be sunny. A little bit of rain later on this afternoon, possibly chances of rain going in at about 40 through 60%, starting at about noon. And right now the time is just about 8:37. Today is March the 7th, 2025. I am drinking a cup of coffee today because it's kind of cold. I have a business meeting today. It's a fundraiser. And when I say business, I mean I'm taking care of business today on this company that we're going about putting books on shelves. And here, let me show you what we're doing here. This is what we're doing here. This is the company, Capital C Press. And the company that I am now representing, I'm going across the country, and it's my company. I started this company. Let me put this here to tape just in case you need it. Hold on a second there. I'm trying to get this set up so that it can be both thumbnail and practical if I need to pull the book out and use it. Okay, so now, as to, hold on just a second, you can see where I'm living out here right now. It's a shed, and I did help to build this shed years ago, a couple years ago. After I was hit by a car, I was in a wheelchair. It's kind of cold out here, so my nose is running. Please forgive the interruptions. The sun feels good today, and let me tell you what feels good today. That I'm just here. I'm so glad to be here. Hang on a second here. Let me see about this. There, that's better. Okay, that's the way we want to do that right there. All right, today I've got a couple of books here that I'm looking at. I've got the Gospel according to John. This is the, with notes, it's the Logos 21 version. And this is published by copyright 1996, absolutely free, incorporated. And this here I have is the Book of Mormon. And this is published by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or technically published by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Salt Lake City, Utah, USA. And this is the Book of Mormon. I'm reading this today, and sorry about that. And I'm reading this today. And then also I'm reading this today. I'm actually putting this on shelves today. This is books on shelves, friends. This is a very specific goal that we're working on here, because what we're doing out here is we're putting books on shelves to partner. This is a partnership with Claremont Forum.org. You can find information at Claremont Forum. And we are partnering now with Prison Library and Press. And this is to put books and educational materials into the hands of incarcerated adults throughout the nation, nationwide, and including Puerto Rico. I would assume, and I'm doing some research into that. But Prison Library and Press, and you can go get more information at ClaremontForum.org. And our books are on the shelves now, and more books will be on the shelves across the nation, coming to your bookshelf, hopefully, and to your church. If you want us to come to your church and talk about the books that we're presenting and publishing, and maybe you want to publish a book, you can go to your phone, call the number on your screen, and tell your church board, pastor, civic organization, whatever, that you want me to come to that location where you are and talk about my books, provide access to everyone that's there for any of the books that we have, including this book right here. You might find this book at our book table when you are where we're at, or where we are where you're at. Or you might find this one, Star Wars, Champions of the Force. And this paperback might go for 10 cents, a nickel, a quarter. It depends. Sometimes just a donation. This book might go for, mostly the hardbacks are going to go for at least $1, especially a good one like this, $2, $5, or $10. Usually not more than that. Hardly ever. That book would have to be signed by George Lucas to go for more than $10. But hopefully you'll get a copy of this book. We want to put books on shelves, and it's a little cold out here. Thank you for being patient with me as I keep wiping my nose. And then, for instance, a sampler from a browser's dictionary. Charisma. Theology, number 1. The God-given power to perform miracles, the empowering grace of God. That power symbolized in religious art by the halo. 2. As a fad word of robotic illiteracy, the ability to attract favorable notice. The same quality go-getter salesmen used to call personal magnetism or animal magnetism. And then depraved sense, adapted from sense 1 in post-WW2 socio-political jargon, probably by Max Weber, German sociologist. Sense 2 is ULT, i.e. Geir, fervent desire, with G/K, Greek, charis, God-given grace, carrion, to revel in. And boy, if I could only pronounce half of those words. But maybe you can learn more about some of these words. A browser's dictionary, a compendium of curious expressions and intriguing facts. John C. Ardy, or Cardy, I don't know, Harper and Row. And you can get this book at our table while quantities last and are available. Because I have a lot of people that come to these book tables and they want to buy these books, and I'm happy to provide these books. And if you buy this book, you are putting money into the next book that goes to the next town, and the gas tank that goes to the next town, and into the pencils that go into the next town, and so on and so forth. So you want to look those up. And if you find these books, either the Book of Mormon or in the Bible, I'm not going to charge you for those. Why would I charge you for the Book of Mormon or for the Bible? That's going to be free of charge. Unless it's something special, like it's got to be a commemorative edition or something special. But this is not, look, I'm not making money off this stuff. I'm spending money and providing these books to you, to people all across the nation. Sometimes at no cost to the people that I'm providing the books to. If you want a copy of these books, show up at one of our forums, wherever I'm speaking, or where we're setting up a book table, or where I'm preaching the gospel. And look, friends, you can support this channel, and you can support what we're doing, what I'm doing, what this ministry is doing, by doing this. Go online and click on all the hashtags in this description, search the links, search the books. Look, search these books. Search this book right here. Look it up. Read the description of the book. And you can find this book, the preface section of part 1. This is a Christian book by S. Randall S. Lopez. And this book will explain everything in society from the standpoint of being a Christian, and then also from the standpoint of being a Star Wars fan, using as the text, the foundational text, the Bible, the King James Bible, and using as the text, the foundational text, the Star Wars, the original complete saga, as per the Creator. And you thank the Maker. We give all praise and thanks to the Maker, the Creator, George Lucas, for this. The universe that he's given us. And it's taken a humorous look, if you will, at this. It's a jokes book. It's a Christian jokes book. Humorous look at how the behavior of people influences and makes up society, and how society is a set of rules. And you can get this in the first book. This is a Christian book, definitions, meanings, implications of things. And then you can get the second book, the book of the introduction by S. Randall S. Lopez. And then you can get the third book, the preface section, a part one. This is a Christian book by S. Randall S. Lopez. And this book will round out or wrap up the preface trilogy, as this is a 3-volume set. And you can get the audio version of this as well. Online, look up the preface trilogy. And then, of course, the preface section part 1, this is a Christian book. And here's an excerpt from this book. This is real, or that is. And this is going to be from page 91 of the preface section, part 1. This is a Christian book by S. Randall S. Lopez. And here's an excerpt from that. This is real, or that is. When Lucas says this is real, or that is real, or that is fake, or this is fake, then you better believe it. That means that either this thing is real or that thing is not real, or this is or that is, based on how you see it, or have not seen it, or will not see it based on what it is not, as in, it is not real, that is. Can you understand how this book is so inspired by Lucas, the master of make-believe, the master of what is real make-believe? Yes, this is repeated information. This is repeated throughout this book. Then there is the original Lucas movie, real movie fan. This topic is to be discussed in a later or different volume of this book. However, that is to say, this book shall briefly touch on this thing just mentioned here. A Lucas movie fan is a follower of Lucas, and a fan of the Bible is a Bible follower. Do you see how that works? Do you see how that rhymes? Do you see how that rhyming mechanism is just like a Lucas movie? Just like a Lucas movie. Can you see now, or are you starting to see more clearly now, how this book is like the Bible, and how the readers of this book are like Lucas fans, or in other words, Christians are like fans of or followers of the movies made by a certain person or persons or group of persons or maker or makers or design group or social engineering think tank. Christians only follow certain movie makers. Does this seem reasonable to you? If not, or if so, either way, surely you could see now how Christians are really followers of the movies, and how they are also movie makers at the same time. Christians are experts at making and starring as actors in their own movies. Christian movies, I mean. And that is an excerpt from this book, my book, the preface section of part 1. This is a Christian book, and that is reading an excerpt from page 91 through page 92. And that's just a sample. That is only a sample. You can get this book on the internet. I don't know, Google it. Google it, man. You can get this book on the internet. You can get this book on the internet. You can get this book on shelves. Claremont Forum Bookshop in Claremont, California. More information at claremontforum.org. And Capital C Press, we're going across the country. Now let me tell you where I'm at and first of all, today is March 7th. And let me tell you what's going on here today. And then I'll give you the update on the weather and all that stuff and everything. Oh, look at this now. We're working on a new logo. This is not the new logo, but kind of messing around with something like this. Capital C Press, specializing in Christian. Now listen, I did not write the word specializing here, but it's because this is a Christian press, but everyone is welcome. specializing, capital C Press, specializing in Christian arts and poetry, Bible study and devotion plus teaching, Sunday school curriculum for adults, and then humor and education, and then books on shelves. And this is how it goes, friends. Books on shelves. We're putting books on shelves. Capital C Press is putting books on shelves, Christian books on shelves, friends. And everyone's welcome. It's a Christian book press. And I'm putting books on shelves, friends. I'm putting Christian books on shelves. And if you're a Christian author, Christian writer, editor, you want to do work to put Christian books on shelves or any books on shelves. Friends, I want to put all books on shelves, whether they're Christian or not. Capital C Press is putting books on shelves. Friends, we're not taking books away. We're putting books in your hands. We're not making books illegal. We're publishing books. We're not restricting you from having access to books, friends. We're providing access to books. Capital C Press. And then here's another one. This is another one I came up with here. This is very important. The design on these is just coming along. Here's another one right there, Capital C Press. And here you see specializing in Christian arts and poetry, and then Bible study, devotion, and teaching, and then Sunday school curriculum for adults. This is very important. And then humor and education, books on shelves. And here we see, friends, that this is a Christian-owned. Keep that in mind. This is Christian-owned. Capital C Press. There you go. Books on shelves. And that is it for that update. But you're going to want to be able to support that any way you can. You can write me a check. You can go online, click the links, search out the books, purchase the books. Look, man, if you can, and if you want, buy as many as you are able. And then make as many copies as you want or as you need. And then give away as many copies, share as many copies as you wish or as you desire. Because we are putting books on shelves, friends. And you can help. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Let me move these out of the way. And as you can see, I'm traveling. This is how I'm traveling, friends. Right here. This is how I travel. Because we are on the road. We are moving across the country. And today, let me tell you what I need. Let me tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for partners, friends. I need partners to help me. I need distributors, investors. Look, man, I'll even need mentors and a coach, writers, editors. If you can, if you want, buy as many copies as you're able. Or join the team. Make as many copies as you can or as you need. Share as many copies as you wish or as you desire. Okay, let's take a look at this today. Thursday is now. Last night I went to bed at around 11:15, and I was listening to some lessons, teachings, Bible teachings by Dr. Gene Scott, and he was teaching on the children of Israel moving through the wilderness and how they had a pernicious heart of unbelief. And God made them to hunger. Interesting take a look on that. I'll be following that up, listening to tapes. And then, of course, Friday, March the 7th, when I woke up this morning, I'm here in Southern California where I was. Look, I've got to write this stuff down so I don't forget where I'm at, because I will lose track. But I have now this notebook that I keep track with here. 6 a.m. I woke up out here, right out here. It was cold. It's really cold out here. It was 40 degrees out here last night. I have to use an electric blanket. Thankfully, we've got electricity out here. So today, first thing I did when I woke up, as I said, everybody's got to be a little bit different. Hold on just a second here. Okay, there we go. Had to take care of the cat there. So today, Friday. Look, man, I'm in the Inland Empire. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I'm at, but you can look it up. You can figure it out. Go to the Google. So today I wake up, first thing I did was, you can do this with me. You could do any of this stuff with me if you want. This is straight out of my playbook. This is straight out of one of my books. But you don't have to take it from me. You can use any of your books. And also, you can make up your own method. You don't need any books. You can be your own book. You should be your own writer. You should be publishing your own book. Look, this book is my book. You can be publishing your book. And you should publish your own book. And you should publish your book on Capital C Press if you want. Okay. And I'm looking for distributors. I'm looking for partners, investors, writers, editors. And I'm also looking for advisors, because I need advice at this point. More money. I'm dealing with more money now. Book sales, $1 million. Friends, we're approaching numbers, and numbers are moving fast, and I need advice. I need counsel. This program is not sponsored by any church. I do not just pick up a hotline and have access to anybody, but I do have friends, and I do have a hotline to certain people, like 5 people. You might be one of them, but I need help. And if you want to be part of this worldwide team, then join the team. Okay, today is the day the Lord has made. Now, I'm going to start this day like this. Today is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will be glad in it. I will do these things today. It's one day at a time. It's one moment at a time. It's a choice at a time. Now choose. Choose now. Today is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. So what can I be glad about? Well, I have a list. I have a list that I go through in my book. You can see it. Self-check. Do you strive always to do this? And look, here it is right here. This is my list right there. Self-check. Do you strive always to do this? And I'll start out by saying the things that I'm glad for. And it goes in this order for me, so I can remember it. I'm glad that I have. I'm glad that I can. Today I will. Because. And if I need help, I will contact. I will call. And this is what it looks like. Today, I am glad that I have both my arms and legs. Man, that's just how I started. Today, I'm glad that I have both my arms and legs. Look, there's a lot of stuff that I could be glad about, but just to keep it simple, look, you can do however you want. I'm only doing it this way because this is how I've developed for the way it works for me. You can get this, you can see this in my book, and then when you get my book, you can make a copy of my book, and then you can use this book. You don't even have to buy this book. You can just do what I'm telling you to do if you want. Or you can get the book. Go online, search the book. Self-check. Do you strive always to do this? By S. Randall S. Lopez. Okay. Moving along here. Today, I am glad, again, I am glad I have. This is something I have. Today, I am glad I have. Well, I'm glad I have a lot of things. Well, one thing I'm glad for is that I have 2 arms and 2 legs. 2 eyes that work, 2 ears and nose and all that business, a mouth and blah, blah, blah. I'm glad I have a brain. I'm glad I have skin, whatever. Whatever you want to be glad about, do it. Think about it, write it down. Or think about it, don't write it down. Whatever you're able to do or want to do. Hey, whatever is going to move you forward, in other words. I'm trying to help you. This is what moves me forward. Today, I am glad I have both my arms and legs. And today, I am glad I can. Now I'm moving to I can. This is what I can do. Now, I know what I have. I'm glad for that. I am making myself to think in the line of being glad, of being positive, of moving forward in that direction. I can move in any direction I want to move if I have the ability. And one of the things I'm glad for is that I have the ability to choose. So today, I am glad I can run and jump, laugh and sing. And I will add to that, think and choose, and disagree as well as question. I'm glad I have and can. And then, of course, today I will do good at every opportunity. And this is the one where I get to I will. So there's glad, have, can, will, because, and help. And it looks like this. Today, I am glad I have. Today, I am glad I can. Today, I will. And today I say this. Today, I will do good at every opportunity. And I'll add this also. I didn't write this down, but I write it down sometimes. I think about it. I try to. I will do good at every opportunity and as little harm as possible. And friends, how many people out there today are doing all kinds of good and they're doing all kinds of harm at the same time? And I need to think about that. I want to do good, but I want to do no harm as much as possible. And then finally, today, if I need help, I will call my family and friends, allies and resources. And I know what works for me, and you know what works for you. Your family, your friends, your allies, your resources. You know what works for you. You know what you need. I'm just trying to tell you what I do, and if this helps you, this motivates you to go forward in some other direction, or in the same direction, whatever blows your hair back, man. If you do have any hair, if you don't have any hair like me, whatever blows whatever you got back there. Okay, this is now moving on. Again, glad, have, can, will, because, and if I need help. Today I'm glad I have. Today I'm glad I can. Today I will, because. Today if I need help, I will contact. I will call. And then this quote here, quoting Qui-Gon Jinn from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This is a good one. I use this one quite a bit. Think about it all the time. And I use it and I practice this. And this as a philosophy. Think about this. This isn't a book of rules. This isn't a put a quarter in and this is what you're going to get. This isn't a check this box and this is what your life is going to improve. This isn't a how to become the best self and the highest self you can be. That's not what this is. What I'm telling you is what I do to start my day. And maybe if this helps you, then great. Sometimes, I don't always start my day this way. This is how I started my day today, March 7th, 2025. Remember, and this is from Qui-Gon Jinn, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, written and directed by George Lucas. Look, man, an all-time epic masterpiece. And here it is. Qui-Gon said this to Anakin Skywalker as they were getting ready to leave Coruscant and go to Naboo. He said, remember, your focus determines your reality. Pretty simple, huh? Your focus determines your reality. Hey, look, I'm going to be doing a full commentary, read-through commentary, if you will, on The Phantom Menace. You're going to want to catch that. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to explain the meaning of the prequels, the meaning of The Phantom Menace. You can just get this book also, the meaning of The Phantom Menace, the meaning of Jar Jar Binks. George Lucas is the creator of this universe, friends, and Jar Jar is the key. So check it out, look it up. You're going to want to see that one. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, an all-time epic masterpiece, and Jake Lloyd deserves an Oscar for his portrayal of Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. You know it and I know it. Watch that movie, turn the sound off, and just look at that kid go. He's a great actor. Jake Lloyd deserves an Oscar for his portrayal in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Written and directed by George Lucas. Producer Rick McCollum. Executive producer George Lucas. It's an all-time epic masterpiece, and Jake Lloyd, oh, and also Ahmed Best deserves an Oscar also. Both those guys, man. So look it up, watch it. And Jake Lloyd deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Somebody get me Bradley Cooper on the line. This is going to happen. Are you serious? Kim Kardashian's got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and we can't get Jake Lloyd a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? No. This shall not be, friends. We're going to make this happen. Get me Bradley Cooper on the line, or get me somebody on the line. Fran Drescher. Somebody. I don't know. Oh, and by the way, rest in peace, Gene Hackman. Seriously, that's not a joke. Man, just watched Hoosiers last night. It's a great movie. Kind of about a Gene Hackman movie, maybe. I don't know what you'd call it. I'm not a binge watcher, but I've been watching Gene Hackman movies the past couple of weeks. Before he died. Or that was reported that he died. Found dead. Okay. The mission today is to go. Send. Book sales, $1 million. Listen, man, this is how we've been doing it. We're always in a position, platform, and provide. Position, platform, provide. Distribution worldwide and beyond. This is what we're doing. We're coming to a town near you. We are coming to you. You can help us do that by writing a check. Look, and this is not, look, man, I'm not telling you that in order for me to do this special work that God has told me to do. Oh, look, here it is, capital C Press, right there. We're coming to a town near you. And I'm not saying that God has anointed me to do some special job and therefore you need to give me money or else. No, that's not what's happening. Capital C Press, specializing in Christian poetry and art and arts, Bible study, devotion, and teaching, Sunday school curriculum for adults, and then humor and education, and books on shelves. And I will add, friends, Christian owned. So check that out. Look up online, go online, search the books, search the press. Christian owned, capital C Press. And then, of course, Star Wars, Mr. the Prequels, stand-up comedy. We are preaching the gospel here, friends. We're lifting up the name of Jesus Christ. If this is something that you don't want to do, then that's great. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you what we're doing. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. But if you want to do anything that I'm doing here, such as putting books on shelves, providing books for people to read in prison, educational materials, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, coming to a city near you and doing comedy, preaching the gospel. And this is not to provide anything other than a positive outlook. I'm not making myself rich here. I'm spending money in order to be there, to be preaching to you, to be providing these books to you, to be explaining all of this stuff to you. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals, providing books to incarcerated adults nationwide, including in Puerto Rico, I assume, I hope, doing research on that. But listen, let me tell you what I need today. I need $3,200. I need $3,200 to get from here to there, so I can put books on shelves. I need $3,200 today. I need to register my car, $700. This is due to factors. Look, man, if you know me, which most of you do, I only have right now 400 or so subscribers, but a lot of you know me personally. And if you know me personally, I'm telling you, I need $3,200 to get from where I'm at, which is here in Southern California, to Vermont at our headquarters, Capital C Press, where I have work to do. I have speaking engagements that I need to be attending to, appointments in New Hampshire, New York. I'm trying to get to Austin, Texas, and then back to California because I need to be places. I need to move things around. Numbers need to move. There needs to be $3,200 in my bank account. Now, I need $700 now. I need $200 now. I need $2,000 now. I need $50 now. Look, let me show you something. If I'm going to a town and I'm signing books, this is what I need. I need pens. And these pens are they're going to be $1.50. This book right here is where I keep all my notes. It's where I keep my ideas. It's where my planner here. The planner. Oh, by the way, here. I've got these two letters. Look at this. You think this is... I've got to open these letters here. I got these letters from Center Point Church. I need to open these letters. I got these letters from Center Point Church. I need to open them. They're very important. I'm sure these are very important letters. I need to get to these. Center Point Church, more information at centerpointchurch.church. And you can get more information at the area code at 909. Call the number on your screen. Area code at 909-825-3670. And so you're going to want to get a hold of Center Point Church like that. Area code at 909-825-3670. And I will add here that Center Point Church does not sponsor this program. I am not, this church is my home church, but they do not sponsor me. I am not sponsored by any program. I am not, churches do not give me money. I am not taking up any love offerings here. This is not a tax deductible donation. What I'm telling you is if you want to support what I'm doing in any way, even if you don't want to get into all of it, but you know me personally, you can either write me a check or you can buy the books or you can go on a PayPal or Venmo or whatever. You know how to get a hold of me. You know where I'm at. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm telling you where I'm going and why I'm doing it. Okay, now let's get back to the update here. Look, man, I haven't even watched the news today. Let me tell you the news I'm looking at. This is the news I'm looking at right here. I want to know what this says right here before I check anything else out. I want to see what this is all about right here. I want to look in to see what's going on here. I want to find out what this has to say first. That's what I want to know. And then I might check this book out right there. All of these right there. I check out all of those. All of those. And then, of course, I'm going to want this one right there. And that's the one I'm going to want right there. I'm going to see if I can create a thumbnail out of any of that stuff. Okay, so I got the preface section of part 1. This is a Christian book. The Book of Mormon. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And then Star Wars, Champions of the Force. This is a little Star Wars talk here now. So you're going to want to get this book. You can at our book table. While quantities are available and while quantities last. And then, of course, John, the Gospel of John, the Logos 21 version. And this is published by copyright 1996, absolutely free incorporated. Now the time is 9:15, and I'm going to, well, we'll get into this a little bit. I'm not doing any Bible teaching right now, but I will talk a little bit about what we're doing to help people have access to books. One idea I have is I could come to a town where you're at. You can approach the table. You can buy as many books as you are able or as you want. And then you can go and distribute these books. I will give you books. I will give you locations where you can distribute these books. You can go out and you can distribute these books. You can take these books to the bookstores. You can drop them off. And these are all to be donated. These are all to be provided for people to have access to books. This is not so that I can go out and make $1 million. I'm not trying to make $7 trillion. Look, somebody asked me the other day, well, how many should I buy? Well, how much do you want to make? I mean, look, man, do you want to make millions, billions, or trillions? Look, I'm happy making millions. Look, I don't even need millions. I need $5,000. Let me tell you how much I need right now. I don't need $1 million. If you want $1 million, you can get this book right here. Fine. How much do you want? You buy as many copies as you want. How much do you want to make? If you want a copy of the book, I'll give you a copy of the book. I don't need to sell these books. But what I want to do is provide these books to anyone that wants them. And also I want to provide you with a way to have a better day if you want it. The weather today, I'm getting sidetracked here. Let me get back on the weather today as we're looking at remember, your focus determines your reality. Capital C Press. This is what we're talking about today. Capital C Press. We're moving forward. Capital C Press, specializing in Christian arts and poetry. Oh, yes, Bible study, devotion, and teaching. Sunday school curriculum for adults. Humor and education. Books on shelves. Christian owned. And this is what you're going to want to look up on the internet. Capital C Press. More updates, books on shelves. Weather forecast today, March the 7th, 2025. And today, the time is now 9:17 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Weather forecast for today, mostly sunny. Throughout the day, we took this forecast starting at about 7 a.m. It's going to be about 43 degrees through 53. That's going through about 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So we're looking at about 50 degrees out there today. Now, so far it's sunny, bright and sunny, with a high this morning of about 58 at about 1 p.m. At noon, looks like it's going to be pretty warm, about 57 degrees, and then a high of about 58. And then rain follows. Chances go up, about 30% chance of rain from about 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then from about 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., the chance of rain goes to about 40%. So there's your weather forecast overnight. Mostly sunny today. It's going to be an average of about 53, high of 58, coming in at around 1 p.m. And then, of course, you have rain at 30% to 40%, starting in about 1 p.m. and through overnight. And I'm not gonna lie to you, friends. I'm gonna say this one more time. I need $3,200 now. I need $700 now. I need $50 now. I need money now to do a lot of things. If you can, if you want to help, then by all means contribute. If you can, if you want to learn more, then by all means click on the hashtags, click on the links. 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Click on it, the link, hashtag SDGs. All right, friends, that's it. That's all the time we have for today. That's the update, Capital C Press update support. You can support, go to the Patreon page. Oh, listen, go to the Patreon page. Look at this. Look this up. You can get the trilogy. You can get the preface trilogy, friends. This is a Christian book, the book of the introduction, the preface section of part 1. This is a Christian book. Go to the Patreon page. This will support this channel and what I'm doing, the press. So we're going across the country, putting books on shelves. Look this up. Go to Patreon. Look up the book. Look up the author. This is a Christian book, the book of the introduction, the preface section of part 1. This is a Christian book by S. Randall S. Lopez. Look it up on Patreon. And that will be it for today. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to the page, so to speak, using the language and the parlance of our time. Again, I love The Big Lebowski, one of the greatest movies ever made. And, oh, by the way, coming up, Revenge of the Sith, 20th anniversary. It's coming up. 20th anniversary in April. I got to get an exact date on that because I'll be seeing that one. I might be going to see that one in New Hampshire. We'll see. Got to see where I'm at. Right now I'm in Southern California and I need to be across the country. So let's go. Now, get into this. Preaching the gospel. Haven't even got to that yet. But we are coming to a town near you. We're preaching the gospel. If you want me, if you want us to come to your church, look at the number on your screen. Call your local church. Tell them that you want us to be there preaching the gospel, providing access to books, explaining the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And that's it, friends. That's all the time we have for today. And in the meantime, friends, I'll leave you with this thought. Again, we've already said it, but I'll leave you with this thought now. Remember, your focus determines your reality. And may the force be with us.